So how about a cool-ass story? Something that'll warm your heart, because it definitely warmed mine, okay? And it's Yankees-related, which is even cooler. So I want to share this with you, because I was reading about it last night, and it's about Carlos Rodon. And, for those that don't know him enough, this will give you a chance to get to know the guy a little bit more, the type of person he is. We know him as a feisty pitcher, a guy that can be upward dominant in a co-ace to Garrett Cole. We know this stuff. And we're, excited at what he's going to bring to the Yankees rotation. That we know, okay? And but I have two things I want to share with you, both of which I think you can think are pretty cool. So the first one is an article I read last night. So he lives in Indiana, right? Like the Indiana-Illinois border. And him and his cousin go hunting. They're outdoors guys, and they hunt stuff, and I don't know what they hunt, but they hunt. So one time, they were just hunting, and then they saw a kid, I guess, I don't know if he's hunting by himself or a teenage kid or with his family or whatnot, and I think it was bucks, right? So they were hunting deer, if I'm not mistaken. And the kid had a couple of them and whatnot, and the kid lived in like a little cabin, little shack out in the middle of nowhere, which is where they hunt to, like in the boonies. So they're like, okay, and so on and so forth. They're saying, that's a cool kid, let's help the kid out or whatever. So a couple years go by, and they're driving there again. I guess this is like one of their spots that they have a lot of success hunting. And so they're driving. He's there with his cousin. I think his name was Ethan. And they in the spot where it was before, like this cornfield or whatnot. And he noticed that the house was no longer there. So. And he was like, he asked his cousin, did you see the house? So they turned back to confirm they didn't see the house. And then they found out later, I guess, that the house had burned down. So the kid and I guess his family lost their house, unfortunately, which is terrible, obviously. And I don't know what it was, forest fire or whatever, I don't know. But unfortunately, their house burnt down. And where it gets cool is what happens next. So I don't know if you remember, when the Yankees were quietly courting Carlos Rodon to come here as a free agent, the fans were really, really aggressively courting him. Everybody wanted him here. And so they started a Venmo account. And they were like rifling money over to him left and right. And I don't know how much accumulated, but apparently it was a relatively significant amount. And he was like, and this is, I'm gonna link the article down below so you can see it yourself, and just listen to the interview that he does, because he talks about all this stuff, and you can just see how real he is and how genuine he is. And I like that stuff. And I'm a big fan of the pay it forward movement. And this is, doing something really good for people. And what he did was they took all the Venmo money and they built this new kid and his family house, a cabin. And they replaced his old house with a new one. And to me, that got to me. I like when people can do well by doing a good thing, right? Or just do a good thing without expecting to do well, whatever it is. So this was the epitome of a pay it forward, because he wasn't going to pocket the money and go buy himself a Maserati or whatever. He took it and he did something really cool with it. And apparently, and this was right around Christmas time, where I think he lost his house too. And so they replaced it right around Christmas. It was a good Christmas for this kid and his family. And the kid was a teen. I think he was 14 to 15 years old. So, but talk about doing something really cool for somebody. I want to know what you think. Load up the comments. Really, let me know what you think of the story. Have you heard it and whatnot? And this all came out last night, so I wanted to get it to you today. I put out a different video this morning, so I was waiting for the afternoon to do this. But I think you'd appreciate one way or another. But another thing that happened that I thought was cool about Carlos Rodon, it pivots over to his feisty side now. So not only did he use all that Venmo money, and he also credited Yankee fans. He thanked Yankee fans for making it possible too. So, and this was, I don't know if it was before he signed his big deal or right when around, whatever it was, but one way or another, he was going to use that money to do something good. So, and he credited the Yankee fans. So anybody that donated, to him, you folks helped make this possible. So, he thanks you. I thank you. I thought it was really freaking cool. So that's awesome. Now, let's get over to the baseball side, because yesterday he was throwing batting practice. And Jose Trevino was up, and these guys. Trevino took somebody deep deal. I think it was Severino maybe the other day. But so Trevino was just there. He was batting and whatnot, keeping the thing in. And he took 6 straight pitches, didn't swing. So Rodan actually snapped at him and said, "You gonna swing at a pitch or what?" And he snapped at Jose Trevino. So you saw the feisty side of Carlos Rodon came out yesterday, and Trevino appreciated it and whatnot. And again, it was just whatever. But seeing the feisty side of him was kind of a welcome thing too. And you see him, he's feisty. You got Cole's feisty. Severino's, kind of the emotional sleeve wearer of the team as well on the pitching side. So he's going to bring a hell of a lot to this rotation. not only as a pitcher but as a teammate too. And I love what I see. So, but I wanted to share that information with you. I thought you might enjoy that. And again, let me know what you think. That story is really freaking cool. So, and again, look down below. You'll see the article with the interview that he did attached inside the article. So, take a look at it. And again, I want to know what you think. And so, obviously, I'll continue to put out anything else with Carlos Rodon, Yankees, whatever. So, you know what to do if you don't want to miss it. So, talk to you guys later.